last video got took down, unfortunately. Message from YouTube. Didn't like something. I mentioned something about the World Health Organization, and YouTube obviously want to support the World Health Organization, even though I don't actually think that they've handled this particular COVID-19 in a professional way. I think they've actually were 3 weeks too late. But anyway, I was hoping at the beginning of COVID that people would have latched on really, really quickly and then locked down Wuhan, and that didn't happen. And I was covering that story, looking into it every day. And I think it was 3 weeks went by before they decided to do something about it. But then someone else pointed out to me, another critical thinker, and said that the airports remained open. So there's something didn't seem right at the beginning of COVID and the release of the virus from the laboratory. And another thing that I didn't like was the fact that they invented a cover story about the wet market. I didn't like that at all. I was just hoping that people could be a bit more truthful on such a serious issue, and unfortunately they weren't. And so we've got to this point now where Dr. Anthony Fauci has been challenged time and time again about his involvement. Right, okay, let's get that out of the way. I think the truth will come out about that. Some people are currently trying to prosecute Anthony Fauci, aren't they, for what he knows and his involvement in the early experiments that they were carrying out with gain of function. Anyway, that's another story. So the Jehovah's Witnesses, something I meant to say yesterday, I think I did say it, but I got swamped in other things. Sometimes I just wish I wouldn't get swamped in other things, but there are so many things occurring, almost like 100 miles an hour, that your thinking is just going from pillar to post. You've really, really got to sort of concentrate on one thing at a time, but it's difficult to do that because there's just so much happening. So my original question still remains that some people have got it in their mind that the Jehovah's Witness religion doesn't have God's Holy Spirit, or has it been withdrawn? Some people believe it might have been withdrawn because there's a lot going on, hasn't there? Over the last few years, there's a lot going on. And some people are intimating that maybe if that is the true religion, the one that God could be using in the time of the end, because they are the closest, aren't they, to the advocates of sounding out the kingdom message more than any other religion. Plus, they're also saying that man's system is coming to an end, that his political dealings and everything else will cease, because Daniel's prophecy states and signifies that a great rock is carved out of the mountains, and this great rock is God's kingdom, and it smashes the current earthly governments, and that's the United States, United Kingdom, China, Russia. All governments will be brought down by God's kingdom. And so if this is the time of the end, then Satan is going to do everything he can to hold on to his power. After all, he's the ruler of all those that I just mentioned then. And he's going to do everything he can to hold on to power in the time of the end. And if that means deception, getting rid of people that are truth seekers or critical thinkers, then he's going to do it, because he's going to cling on as long as he can, because he knows that the alternative is that he will be abyss for 1,000 years. So Yeah, I was a bit disappointed that my video was taken down. I looked at it again, and I can challenge it. They did say you can challenge it if you want, but I won't do because I did mention something about a subject in which they feel that their scientists have got full answers on, although I believe that God is telling us in the time of the end not to trust in nobles. That includes scientists. Certainly don't trust in politicians. But if scientists are doing the will of the politicians, and we can't trust the politicians, well, can we really trust the scientists? I feel as if we can't. I feel as if our scientists will get themselves into a situation where they will be up against a brick wall and they won't be able to get out. They won't be able to provide answers to the people. I almost feel as if they're like that now with this COVID-19 and this new one, Omicron, that they can't provide proper answers. Every time they say, oh, you've got to have a booster, it seems to evade it, doesn't it? It seems to evade, and then they're looking to then say, well, we're going to need another booster after that. There is talk at the moment that after this current booster, there'll be another booster. And I mean, is it going to just be like that for the rest of our life? It's just not worth going on, to be honest with you, if that's how it's going to be. I don't enjoy it, living in a world where you feel as if you're a little boy. I know we're a fully grown people and we're used to making our own decisions, but not in this current world. I feel like a little boy. And they're setting some kind of ground rules for us all just to blindly follow. And I can't do it. I can't blindly follow something that, in my opinion, will not aid and abet and make my life better. The only thing that's going to make my life better is when this system comes spectacularly crashing down. That will make my life better. Then I won't have to go to work and won't have to earn a crust in Satan's system. And that's what I'm looking forward to anyway. So I might take my video and dissect the bits that they found perhaps too much and just keep in the good karma bits. I might do that. So I thought I owed you an explanation because some people commented and I could not comment back on those because when your video is being removed, you don't also have the right then to send comments back because that's been disabled as well. That's the message that I got. So I'll have a look at the video, I might dissect it. If there's anything that I can use and structure an argument on, then I might just throw it in. So the question was, you know the question is, but my little answer for it is now, if the Holy Spirit has been withdrawn from what we believe to be the one true organization, then there would have to be some kind of evident demonstration to the world and to the current organization that they're not in favor. God would have to give them a massive sign that I'm not using you at the moment because I'm looking for a new group of people. And I found a new group of people, and I'm going to give some kind of demonstration to the world that this new group of people are going to take my message to the next level. But I don't see that. That doesn't seem to be the case. So with that kind of logic, you would have to just say that God has not selected a new group, a new organization, that he is persevering with the most imperfect one that he has done for the last 100 years, since the earnest Bible students looked into the scriptures and tried to get more clarity on end time prophecies. So there you go. See you again. Goodbye.